3 words, Dollar Tree pizza pan. Wait, is that one word or two? Okay, wait, never mind. It's Dollar Tree pizza pan palooza. We are going to make 3 fall pumpkins as well as 3 other fall designs. I cannot wait to show you how easy it is to work with these pizza pans. All right, let's let the fun begin. We're going to make a sweater weather pumpkin with this sign that I found at Hobby Lobby. I just decided that it needed a little something extra. You could really do this to any sign you like, and I added some wood beads using the hot glue gun. I didn't, of course, end up using the entire garland, so I cut it and just glued down that last bead. You can save the rest of the garland for another project. And speaking of saving, I had found this thrifted sweater that I had saved for a particular project, and this one was just the right one. It didn't fit exactly right, so I just cut it down to size and again used my hot glue gun to make it all come together and work. Now, this is a great way to use old sweaters or to use one of a family member that you want to remember. I love that idea too. All right, so I'm just making it look a little more pumpkin-y by adding the little segments with the twine. I thought that would kind of make it kind of look more like a real pumpkin. And so I just used a little hot glue and eyeballed this, put it all together. I tied it at the top where the sleeve is, that's where the cuff is, to make it look like a stem. And then I made a simple navy blue satin bow that I also am going to hot glue on with these fall leaves from the Dollar Tree. And it kind of just brings it all together. I also found this leather leaf from Dollar Tree and added it. And then, of course, I heavy duty hot glued that sign onto the front of the pumpkin. And I just absolutely love the way this one turned out. What do you think? I'm definitely going to want you to interact and let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. But pumpkin number 2, I don't know, y'all. It's just as equally as pretty. This one is going to be using the Dollar Tree nautical rope. Is that nautical rope? No, that's just rope. I feel like there's a difference. So I just started by gluing the center of the pizza pan and wrapping this rope around itself. Now I got a little bit off centered, so you'll see towards the end where I had to kind of add an extra piece of rope here and then just tie it off and use some Scotch tape to make sure it didn't fray. But it was easy peasy fixed. Now on this cork that I found at a thrift store, I'm just kind of etching out a little tiny divot in it with the straight edge so that it will fit nicely at the top of our pumpkin as a stem. I added this harvest sign. You can also get it at the Dollar Tree along with a couple of little wooden leaves. And finally, I added a easy raffia bow to the top. This raffia is so forgiving. I absolutely love using it on projects, especially the rustic fall looking ones. And that was the perfect touch to make this pumpkin pop. I don't know. What do you think? Harvest pumpkin is pumpkin number 2. For number 3, this one is a little close to my heart because it's got all my favorite things. I started by adding a little bit of Mod Podge because I'm going to use this Dollar Tree fabric that I found, and it is in my favorite color. I am calling it a color, which is buffalo check. So you can add any fabric you want to this, or you could decoupage a napkin or some other scrapbook paper on here. But again, I liked the idea of using the buffalo check fabric as the background for this fall pizza pan craft that just happens to also be a pumpkin. So once I had it laid on there and had all the bubbles off, I used the rotary tool to easily take off the excess fabric. And then I took one of those little silver trays from Dollar Tree and repeated the entire process with the rest of that scrap piece of fabric. Super duper easy. Now, a lot of people are using these little silver trays like in a set of 3 to make a pumpkin, but I just wanted to add it to the center of my pizza pan to make it simple and make it a single pumpkin. You can add this, again, rope to the outline edges if you like for a more rustic farmhouse look, or you could leave it without it. And then I decided to use a little bit of my other favorite thing, which is something sparkly, and it's this bling ribbon from Dollar Tree. I cut it in half because it was a little bit too thick for this project, and I hot glued it around the outside edges of this pizza pan. It is so fun, y'all. Look at how cute this ribbon is on here with the sparkles. Love. All right, and then I decided to do the exact same thing by cutting it down in half again to that center piece of the pumpkin, just so that it all was kind of matchy-matchy. Now I'm going to attach this centerpiece to the middle of the the middle of the pizza pan to make it look like a pumpkin, and then add a stem with these little Jenga wood blocks from Dollar Tree. Of course, I had to wrap it with some ribbon as well so that it matches the rest of the pumpkin. And you can, again, either stain it or paint it or do like I'm doing here, which is giving it a little bit of sparkle. Just use a little hot glue again to attach it to the back of the little top of the rim of the pumpkin, and have a little patience, make sure it stays on there. And then I just added a simple buffalo check bow. What do you think of this one? This was number 3. Let me know in the comments below. All right, so for this pizza pan, it's not really a pumpkin, but we are making our own chalk paste using some calcium carbonate and some regular acrylic paint. And you just mix it together with a little bit of water, and it makes a great material for you to paint with on this metal. Now, for the center of this pizza pan, I'm just using some peel and stick vinyl that was also from the Dollar Tree. Wait, was it from the Dollar Tree? I think so. So they sell these sheets of vinyl or stickers, and this one was just a really light tan buffalo check pattern that I absolutely love. See, that was the backing. It just peels right off. And I put it to the center of the pizza pan and made sure to kind of wipe out all of the bubbles that were happening. Then I thought it was a little too stark, so I just totally dry brushed it with a little bit of that white paint that I was using. And then these are just the stickers. These are just stickers that were already made from a Dollar Tree sign with the scripture on it. And I thought it was really, really pretty and fun. It was easy to reposition it, obviously. And I just put the scripture in the middle of the pizza pan to kind of make it an instant sign with a cute saying. I had to end up moving it all down because I decided, oh yeah, I needed to leave room for a little bit of embellishments. So all around the, I was thinking about using this trim all the way around, but I guess I ended up, y'all, I can't remember. So I did use this trim all the way around the edges of the pizza pan. Some of these projects I did last year or even the year before, and I'm just now able to put them all together in one place to share with you. But I loved this fern look. And these are just little pieces of fern that I also found at the Dollar Tree. And then I'm making a really easy bow with this little homemade bow maker. I will link the video tutorial on how to make one of these little DIY bow makers for yourself. But yeah, and then you just add a little zip tie there to the center of the bow. And I believe I got that ribbon at Hobby Lobby when it was half off. Of course, we have to cut our little mermaid tails into the bottom of our bow and then glue this right here on the fern pieces. I wanted to kind of bring it all together with an extra piece of fern on the other side. And this is how this project turned out. Really fun to put in my kitchen on the counter. And of course, any of these would make a really fun and simple budget-friendly gift This fifth project, I am using the peel and stick tiles from Dollar Tree. They were a little bit difficult to work with. I cut it out to fit the pizza pan, but then the little backing would not stay whatsoever after I peeled it off. So what I ultimately ended up doing was cutting it to fit the shape of the pizza pan and then using hot glue to make it stay down. But I still love using this material because it is a great embossed look. And of course, super budget friendly. So that's that little center silver tray again that we're using. And I just added that tile to the middle of it as well. And now I'm gluing it to the center of the pizza pan. So it's going to look like a pumpkin again. And then of course, I'm taking those tumbling blocks again from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add those to this pumpkin before we do our finish. So now that we have our entire pumpkin assembled, we're going to start the finish. So this treatment is going to make it look like patinaed copper. I absolutely love this. Bronze copper, actually. And so I will link this product as well in the video, but it is just a process of like 2 or 3 different supplies that you will use to create this effect. You start by just painting on this light coat of this bronze paint, and you end up doing this twice to give it full coverage. I did the same exact technique on a plastic mailbox, which was a really fun video as well that I shared on my channel here, and I will link that one for you as well so you can check it out. The second supply or product that we're going to use on it is the metallic look. So this is where the actual bronze color is coming through. And the final is this really neat like sea salt spray that you spray in all the little places that you want it to turn kind of a turquoisey patinaed, and you've got to do it while it's still wet. And that's kind of why I did it in sections, and I went ahead and sprayed it before I finished this last metallic look coat on this section of the pumpkin. It'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. And so it takes time, but after you spray it, within a few minutes, see that drip right there? It's going to actually start turning. It's going to look like it's weathered and it's been out in the weather for years. It's really fun, and it's a great way to make this simple, budget-friendly pizza pan project look kind of high-end. So I finally added a doily bow. I will also link a video on how you can make one of those. So stinking easy, and it turns out so cute. I decided to add a little bit of bling embellishment to that doily bow, and this is how it turned out. Look at that patina. I added a thankful sign as well and did the exact same process to it so that it would blend with the pumpkin. What do you think of this one? I don't know, y'all. It's so hard to pick a favorite. But definitely let me know your vote down below. Now, this is the final project, and it's a good one. It's so much fun. So these are just little tiny scrap pieces of that same kind of vinyl paper from Dollar Tree. And I just cut it to cover just the edges because we're going to use a Dollar Tree calendar page that it's round, so it needs to fit, but it starts out square. So as long as you cover your 4 areas, you should be good. So that was going to make it where I could now just decoupage this onto the pizza pan using a little bit of Mod Podge. Look at that calendar, y'all. October 2022. Time goes by so quickly. Now, you could always make your own sign here. You do not have to use this particularly, but I was using this because what I'm going to do to this one really lends itself to this particular saying. And as you saw there, I just used a Dollar Tree bag around my hand to smooth out the bubbles. It really helps keep your hands from getting in the sticky mess, but also being able to smooth everything out. So great little tip. Put that little tip, that little feather in your hat. Then I'm using the straight edge again to just kind of even out those edges, taking off the excess. And this is what I'm adding. I'm going to do that same patina process to this grater. So you can get a brand new grater and make it look vintage by using that bronzing kit, the patina. I'm showing you there. There it is. And making it have that worn, weathered look. So I'm going to add a little bit of this same rope that I've used in those last few projects as well around the edge, just to give it a little bit of something extra. And then we're going to, it looks like I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit with this brown paint. Yeah. I'm going to use the same technique, that bronzing technique around the edges of this pizza pan to kind of bring it together with that grater so that it all kind of looks like it was meant to be. And this was that first layer, was just that brown color, then the metallic went on, and then the patina spray. And then I'm just gluing this vintage, well, it now looks vintage grater on here, and I added a little tiny twine bow with a little bit of bling just to kind of finish this one off. And this was a really fun take on a fall pizza pan craft. I hope that you love it, and I hope that you'll make some of these for yourself. If you like videos like these, be sure to subscribe to my channel as well as hit that notification bell and give it a thumbs up. I totally appreciate you, my friend, and I will see you on the next video.